Okay, we're here with Martin Gray from the Martin Gray Football Academy. Martin, you've launched a new course for the Easter holidays in Greenfield and Sedgefield, but it's with a bit of a difference. Tell us about it.
Yeah, I mean, just before Christmas we had a 3-day course on, and on the third day we took all the children, which was like a nice Christmas present, up to Newcastle United, and they did a stadium tour, and we had sort of the full day in Newcastle, and we looked at it and said, what could we do different? And obviously, you know, the kids all shouted out Man United. So this Easter half term we have 2 courses within the first week, one operating out at Greenfield, the second week one operating out at Sedgefield Community College, and on the last day of both courses we're going to take the 140 children down to Old Trafford for a museum tour and a stadium tour, and an experience that sort of, you know, is unique. It's a great way to finish a course. It'll be a real sort of a big draw to kids that want to come on this course, and you know, just give them a real experience of what happens in the change rooms and how the football club operates from behind the scenes.
I mean, the trip to Old Trafford will be fantastic, but the 3 days before that, they've got lots of fun coaching and activities going on during the day as well.
Yeah, we have a team of really high qualified coaches. We have lots of ex-professional footballers. Brian Atkinson's a lead coach within the company. He does a fantastic job, and we have a female member of staff, and like you said, we're very well staffed and very well experienced, and myself and Brian lead all the coaching sessions throughout every holiday course and throughout every training session that we do within the company, and it's a unique experience. It's something that's you know, from my company's perspective is of a highest standard of possible. We don't do a babysitting job. We here to improve kids right across the board of their football levels, and try and, you know, make them go away with lots of self-belief and raise their sort of self-esteem as well, to sort of, you know, be very confident of being involved with a team as well.
Yeah, I mean, obviously bringing them on as footballers is the key reason for the courses, but fun is also a big part of it, isn't it?
Fun's probably the most important part, I think, because if they're having fun at what they're doing, then, you know, they want to come back, and we have big numbers. You know, we have sort of 50 to 80 kids on every course, so, you know, it's they come back because they enjoy what we do. As I said, there's a balance of sort of fun and teaching them as well, and it's sort of just getting the balance right. And you know, as I said, because of the experienced coaches we have, we think we've got that after a T at the moment.
And you're obviously delivering courses throughout the region, especially at Greenfield and Sedgefield. You've got a track record of delivering them, and children are enjoying them, aren't they?
Yeah, it's very popular. I mean, we've been going 19 months now, and you know, the numbers are getting bigger and bigger, and you know, the courses just fill up so quickly. It's sort of first there, first served as it is now, because you know, we have a real strong clientele. But we also have academies throughout the week at both them schools, on Tuesday night at Greenfield and also Thursday night at Sedgefield. So they're our 2 main venues as we speak, and you know, it's worked very well, and you know, we want to try and keep building the company.
Just changing the subject slightly, there's a game on Sunday between Sunderland and Newcastle. Obviously former Sunderland player. Looking forward to watching the game on Sunday. Yeah,
it's always, you know, everybody looks forward to that game. You know, the 2 games of the season. Someone needs to, you know, get something out of the game. You know, I think the fans have sort of had it tough over the last few seasons, and, you know, just sort of missed out. You know, whether it was a late goal or whatever. So it's about time that we went to St James's Park. It's always a tough place to go. They're in good form. I know they got beat last week, but overall they've had a fantastic run. But if you look at what Martin O'Neill's done since he's gone into the football club, you know, he's done very well, and sort of the level of football now, and the confidence and the buzz around Sunderland Football Club is great. So from a Sunderland fan's point of view, it must be great to be sort of watching them play at this moment in time.
And what are your memories of the Weir Tyne derbies?
Not so good. We always got beat. Scott Sellers, Liam O'Brien, they'd always beat us 2-1. I remember playing in the game at St James's Park, and it should have been called off. It was waterlogged, but because it was a Sky game, the game went ahead, and it was my best game because I couldn't get the ball. But yeah, that was good. But like you said, I mean, them derby matches, I think probably is the best game. And I wasn't involved, but I was there watching the game. It was when they beat Newcastle in the playoffs at St James's Park, and George Courtney was referee, and he stood right next to the tunnel and blew his whistle and ran off the pitch before the fans come on, and the players were left stranded. But that was fantastic, with Gates and Gabardini scoring that night. You know, that was something the Sunderland fans will never forget.
It's a special derby, isn't it? It's probably in this area especially, but it's probably one of the biggest derbies in Britain.
Yeah, I've been quite lucky. I've played in local derbies at like low leagues, Darlington, Hartlepool. I've been down to Oxford, Swindon, which is very fierce. But, you know, for a club like Sunderland and Newcastle to pitch yourselves against each other, And no disrespect, but Middlesbrough Sunderland's never the same. It's just that Newcastle, Tyneham Weir derby. When people talk about sort of the Liverpool derbies and sort of the Chelsea, Tottenham derbies, but for me, it's just unique. It's the hostile when you get off the coach, trying to walk from the coach to the change room. You get abused, you get everything thrown at you, and it just pumps you up. It's something that you've got to be lucky to have the opportunity to do it, to experience sort of what you go through mentally and before the game and after the game.
And just to put your neck on the line, a prediction for Sunday?
I'm going to go for a draw.